All right, so the MCX is my bag slash travel gun slash minimalist setup. This gun has kind of evolved not a whole lot in the recent months. I did recently swap out the full Magpul stock for this more slimline minimalist SIG stock, simply so it would lay flatter and go into a bag a little bit easier. So I'm putting a new optic on this gun, and it's going to be a little bit shorter than what I had, which was a Unity fast riser, which I believe is 2.26 height. So it's going to be a little bit smaller optic, a little bit skinnier stock. Hopefully it's going to shrink the profile of this gun a little bit, make it easier to get in and out of a bag. So typically I run tall mounts on most of my guns. I run Unities for a long time, and then I've swapped over to the Raidworks height, which is a little bit taller than the Unity, not quite as tall as something like the GBRS mount, but I really prefer the tall mounts. But my bags and travel situations don't prefer tall mounts and full size stocks. So maybe I'm going to try this out and go back to where I started, which was a lower 1/3 mount. Scalarworks lower 1/3. You really don't have to torque this stuff down, but I have a torque wrench, so yeah, not too bad, not too bad. I think I like it right there, so I'm going to put it right there. Most people will know this, but when you're mounting an optic, put some pressure forwards when you're tightening it up. It can eliminate the recoil, causing it to lose zero or to shift on the actual pick rail. And that's that. Cool thing about these Scalarworks mounts is you don't need, they're a toolless design, so they actually just twist that screw and you get it hand tight, and according to Scalarworks, that is spec. Pretty nice, pretty nice. All my groups, the up and down, or the height, looks pretty good. There's just some deviation in obviously my ability to shoot, so don't worry about that. So that'll do what I need it to do as far as accuracy goes. I could probably dial it down and get it a lot more precise than that if I wanted to, but I don't need it to. So I'm happy with that. The grips look good, and the grips are fine, even with the suppressor on there, which makes me happy to know. So with that being said, this is the setup. I'm going to shoot this a little bit more and go home and work around the house and call it a day. So I don't have back pockets in these pants, so I will throw this mag up front right here and do some reloads out of the front pocket. Something I've been working on a lot lately is how I grab the mag, which obviously it's different in this scenario because I'm going from the front pocket, but when I'm coming on the side, I'm trying to get a more of a beer can or kind of grip on the mag. That way when I come up and I put the mag in the gun, my thumb is already right here next to the bolt release. And yeah, I know you might say the SIG MCX is ambidextrous and it has the little bolt release here. I usually don't use that just because I have other guns that don't have ambi controls, and I don't want to go back and forth between different guns and be less efficient with another one because I'm used to a certain platform. So I would rather just use this bolt release because all my guns have this bolt release on it. So it's definitely new, or not new, but going back to lower 1/3 mount is also going to take some practice. I catch myself grabbing the mag like this, even when I'm telling myself grab it like this. I'll do a couple of up drills. Do a couple more of these reload drills and probably head home. Still having some issues finding the dot on the presentation, but it's coming back to me. I'm just finding a good spot on the stock to kind of put my cheek and go into that same spot every time on the on the, not the draw, but the presentation. Consistency is key. Ah. Getting a little better, a little bit. Once you build the fundamental, like a good feel for that rifle or that optic height or that setup, it's easier to kind of predict where the dot's going to be. But ultimately, the goal overall is to get it to be the same all the time. That stock placement needs to be the same at all times, but during that training process, you're going to have irregular stock placement. So it's going to come up here sometimes. You got to know just how much to drop it down versus coming right here. So, but what we're working towards is that good stock placement and that good head positioning and consistency every time. Got me on that one. I keep finding myself driving that stock down, finding a comfortable position, like right in here somewhere, to make that reload, and driving the gun back out. And I got to tell myself to keep that gun here versus tucking it in, which I'm not really bringing it in so drastic that I don't have to go very far to get the gun back where it needs to be. But if I can prevent that shift in my head, I will. But it's just it's another habit.